Hello everyone! So today I'm getting a little nostalgic. I will try to recreate my first ever drawing I made here on YouTube. Why am I doing that, you may ask, or not, I don't know. Today on August 22nd, it is 7 years ago since I posted my first video here on YouTube, which was the video you saw now in the beginning, the cute as heck shiny unicorn. I will have the link to it up in the iCard section if you want to check it out yourself, if you haven't already. I have actually redrawn this piece once before when this channel turned 3 years, but it was before I started doing any voiceovers or anything, and it is 4 years ago already. So I thought it could be nice and fun to celebrate, or whatever you could call it, by redrawing my own art and to talk a little about how my channel was back then and how it has changed over the years. So let's start from the beginning back in 2011. I remember I watched this video on YouTube, and YouTube was still a baby back then. I have no idea how I found it, but it was this digital speed painting of John Locke from the TV series Lost. Thumbs up if you've seen it. This was the first ever speed painting I watched and I was blown away. I think I saw this video several times, and now when I looked, I think this video has like 11 million views, not only from me though. And I thought it was so amazing seeing the art taking shape and the artist tweaking things while I was watching. It was super fascinating to see the drawing process sped up, and I thought to myself, I want to do that with my art. I don't even remember how I got the idea for this unicorn. It isn't super unique or anything, but I just liked doing this kind of ironic and exaggerated art, like overly cute or goofy or anything. I just wanted to go over the top with this one, with rainbows and sparkles and cuteness, because I wasn't a very cutesy girl, and I'm still not. So you can also see how dated the art is, since the unicorn is listening to an iPod. Oh, in the good old days we had to use a separate device to play music on. My boyfriend, who is a teacher, recently said that his students, that were about 12 years old at that time, had no idea what MP3 files was. What? Starting to feel old yet, or what? Anyways, I made a drawing and I recorded it, and then my brother helped me to edit it in iMovie because I knew nothing about such things, which basically only was speeding up the footage and adding some music and an intro and outro screen. I miss the good old days when editing only took 5 minutes. I didn't even have to make a thumbnail, I think, because I wasn't allowed to upload one because I didn't have enough subscribers at that time. So I posted the video, and I remember I went all evening all excited checking the views to see if I got any new ones, and I think I got like 100 views in like 5-6 hours or something, which to be honest was pretty great for someone who had no subscribers at that time. I thought it was pretty awesome anyway. And looking back at the old art, I still love it, but I had no idea how to use and blend markers. They were still quite new to me. I used pro markers, and back then I only had like 20 of them perhaps, not very many at least. And as I said, I didn't really know how to use them. I didn't know anything about blending the colors. There weren't that many YouTube tutorials on the subject either back then. So I just layered them, which left these harsher edges between the colors, which isn't very pretty. In the beginning I posted very frequently, but sometimes it could pass months between the uploads. It wasn't until 2014 I joined the YouTube Partner Program and I started to earn some money from my videos. I barely even knew that you could make money from the videos, so that was pretty mind-blowing for me. In July 2014 was the first time I showed my face in a video, a very awkward video. I didn't say anything, I just sat there with some text showing on the screen instead. Then in August 2014 I did this super cringy Q&A where I did talk, and it is just pain for me to watch. Hi guys, it's Kattvalk, and it was so awkward for me to just sit there and talk to myself. It felt so unnatural, and you can really see how uncomfortable I am. I didn't start making voiceovers or video commentary until 2015. I recently watched one of my first Sketchbox unboxings, and I like to think that my English has improved just a little since. Not that it sounds bad, but I just sounded so freaking nasal and tired for some reason. And yes, I still have an accent obviously, but back then it was so thick I almost sound German. No offense to my German followers, by the way, I love your accent. So I think that since 2014 I've been posting one video a week, which is a miracle for me because I still have a full-time job. The content has clearly changed because in the beginning I just made these speed drawings with music only, but then there were these art boxes unboxings and art hauls and art challenges, and it became more about entertaining than the art itself. And I'm not only talking about my channel, of course, I think this is about YouTube artists in general. Before, I was very eager to make every art that I posted online as great as it could be. I only wanted to show the best that I had, but now it is more about the journey to the result than the result itself. Now it doesn't really matter what the art itself will look like, it is more entertaining hearing about and watch what happens on the way there. A fail is sometimes more fun and entertaining than success. And speaking of success, I love how this new shiny unicorn is turning out. This time, instead of pro markers, I'm using Copics, which I've used for only a couple of years now. And I was debating with myself how I would go about with the line work. Recently, I worked a lot with brush pens and bolder outlines, but I also really wanted to go back and incorporate color pencils into my marker work again. I did that a lot a couple of years ago, where I made the silhouette lines thicker with fine liner or brush pen, and the inner line work I filled in with color pencils. So I wanted to try that again for this piece, and I love how that turned out. The mane looks so shiny and detailed and flowy. I tried to replicate the original, but still adding a new touch with my current style and coloring techniques. I love recreating my own art. It is so fun to see the progress and how much you've developed or changed during the years. It is just a nice little way to see that you are actually making progress, because sometimes it can feel like you're just standing still when you really isn't. A lot of things have happened during these 7 years. I have grown a lot as an artist and a person. When I first started here on YouTube, I still lived at home with my parents, and now I sit here in my own art studio, in my own house with my 2 cats and my boyfriend since 10 years back now. And I'm thankful that so many has followed and are still following me on this journey. So I hope you enjoy this little trip back to the past and this shiny unicorn. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and click on the little bell to get notified every time I post new art and videos, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for being here and watching my silly videos. Keep drawing my happy cats. Bye!